Hi, this is Bit to Brain, and today we're going to be going over bash scripting. We're just going to be going over writing a simple bash script. We're going to be in the command line, not a batch script that you would do in a DOS prompt, but bash scripting. So all you're going to need for this is a text editor. You can use Text Wrangler, BB Edit, or you can do it in something like Vim or Nano, anything like that. So we're going to start out in the terminal window. I'm on a Mac machine right now, as you can see. You could probably tell from the desktop. So we're going to, first of all, just go over a few commands to get you a little more comfortable. If you've never attempted to do this, you've never been in a CLI command line interface or anything like that. So the first thing we're going to do is, like I said, just go over a few commands. So if you want to see your current directory, pwd, that'll tell you the path of your current directory. If you want to see your default home directory, cd, you're going to see a little tilde thing there. That basically tells you you're in the home directory. If you want to see the list of files and folders within your directory, ls. Now from there, there's also options that you can select. So ls-a, that'll tell us the files and folders, but also give us a list of hidden files and folders represented by the little dots. So let's say we want to see long form, ls-l, and you're going to see a little more information there. You're going to see the domain I'm on, get off my lawn. Now you might be wondering, how am I going to know about all these commands, and especially all these options that are involved in each command? Well, you can actually use the man pages. So you would type in man, and let's just look up ls. And you're going to see a whole plethora of options here. You're going to see what they each do. I mean, this goes on and on and on and on. I really don't want to go through all of them, but you're going to see, for instance, the one that I used earlier, -a, lowercase a, includes directories entries whose names begin with a dot. So I wasn't lying to you. There it is. Now, to get out of here, you might be wondering, how the hell do I get out of here? You can push all kinds of buttons, Control C, blah, blah, blah. Nothing helps. Just do Q. Just type in the Q key. That's it. So let's say we want to change directories again. So I want to change directories to the desktop. Okay. And from there, let's see what's on there, on that desktop. So I want to make a directory. So mkdir, we're just going to call this test. So let's do ls to see what's in that directory, obviously. Oh, sorry. We have to change to the directory. ls, and obviously there's going to be nothing there. Now, let's say that we wanted to create another directory within there. Let's just call this 1. Change the directory to the 1. And let's say we wanted to just create an empty file. Very easily done with the touch command, touch, and let's call this file ABC. Now we see from the ls command, our file is in there, ABC. Now let's say we wanted to create a few files. So we wanted to create not txt, or txt, 2.txt, 3.txt, and on and on and on. So we're going to see all those 3 files are in there. Now let's say we had a scenario where we had to create 100 empty files, 100 empty text files. We don't want to go in a text editor and have to do that and save it and do that 100 times. We don't want to do that. That's ridiculous. So let's go ahead and remove all these files, rm space asterisk, and we're going to see they're all gone. So let's create 100 files. We can easily do this typing in touch 1 dot dot 100, close the curly brace, and let's say we want to give an extension at the end of these 100 files, txt files. Now do ls, and we see our 100 text files. We didn't have to open, create, save 100 times. That was very simple. Then we just want to get rid of this. So you can see the power, the potential power of the command line. And you use these commands, and as you get more proficient with them, you start writing bash scripts. It saves you so much time. And let's say, for instance, we wanted to define some variables. So we say a equals 1, b equals 2. Now we say echo $a, and obviously it comes up at 1. So let's do echo B. And not surprisingly, that comes up with 2. So we're defining variables here. So let's say, for instance, we wanted to say C equals A plus B. Do you think this will work? Do you think this will work? Final answer. Well, it works. It gives us the string. That's all we're getting, A plus B. But the way to do this is we're going to have to say C equals $, double parenthesis, A, not equals B. Be careful because you'll get something that's totally off by doing that. A plus B. Okay, so now when we say echo $C, we get what we're supposed to see, the 3. So now let's open up a text editor and begin writing our script. Now, like I said, this is just going to be a nothing script. We're just going to go over a few potential options here. So the first thing when we're doing our bash script is we want to open up a text editor. So I like to save this. It's the first thing I do. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as test.sh. And yeah, I want to replace that current one. So you just want to start every bash file with a shebang. Whoops. A shebang. So that's just basically bin bash. That's it. Now we want to go ahead and say hello world, the first test. Now I'm going to go ahead and run this. So it's just /test.sh, hello world. Now, if you come up with permission denied, just go ahead and type this in, chmod +, and then X, and then the name of your file. Okay, so you should, the next time you run it, be okay. You can also run it chmod and put in like 777 and then your test.sh, but for now, I mean, chmod +X, that should be fine. So you see our script, the little script works. Now this is bare bones as you're going to get. So no matter what we put in there, save it, make sure you save it, up arrow key, boom, you see it showing up there. And that's good. That's what we want. We know it's working. So let's say we want to define a variable. So A equals 2, B equals 3. So now we want to say echo A and echo B. So let's run it again. We see our variables, 2 and 3. Now again, as I talked about earlier, let's say we wanted to say C equals, remember, in order to get this up as we wanted to equal 5, we cannot say C equals A plus B. We have to say C equals $, 2 parenthesis, A plus B, double parenthesis. Go back here, we have to echo the C, and then we run this again, and we see 5 as we should. We see the 2 from our A, we see the 3 going to B, and then we see the 5 when we do A plus B. Now let's say we want to let's go ahead and clear this out, and I'll also clear the screen. Let's say we want to do something a little more sophisticated. Let's go ahead and ping, let's say we want to ping ESPN.com, and I want to actually do this, just 2 results here. And let's say we want to send this to a file. So if I just do a single and send it to this file, it's actually going to, the next time I run this, overwrite it. I don't want that, so I just want to append it. So, well, actually, let's just do this, an example. Save it, run it. Now do an ls, and we'll see test. So we do cat test.txt, and we'll see the results of the ping to ESPN.com. Now, let's go ahead and run this again. Okay, now we run cat again of the test.txt, and you're going to see that you see the results are different, so it overwrote it. So what we want to do is just put the double in there, save it. Now let's run it again. Whoop. Let's run the script again, not do the cat. Okay, cat does test.txt, and now you see we ran it up here, and now it just added that to what we had previously done. And as a network administrator, system administrator, you're going to use these commands quite a bit, use these options quite a bit. And it's something that you want to use quite often because it's pretty helpful. Now, let's say, for instance, we want to go one step further with this. And after we get our results here, this is just in the command line here, you can actually, so let's say cat, we can actually do some more sophisticated things like, say, um, let's say we want to look at the very beginning of this, right? So there we see, if we just want to see the first line of this and all this other stuff, we can actually just see that. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do here. So let's say we just want to see the tail end of this. Well, we could do that as well. There's also a delimiter you can use, but that's for another class. You know, it's just the basics of Bash scripting. And like I said, there's so many things you can do. You can define variables in there. You can run simple administrative commands in there, concatenate it. So this is just a start. This is just beginner class, and that's it. I hope to have some more later on. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope to have more tutorials for you soon. So thanks again. This is Jesse for Bit to Brain.